Spiky. I had an idea. I haven't presented this to my client.
Very nice. It looks beautiful.
I am loving how this office makeover is coming together. Okay, let me take you back. I'm gonna sit down and show you my inspiration for this space. We're gonna take it step by step. I'm gonna show you exactly how I conceptualize the space and then how I get into a thrifted room makeover so that we can make this budget-friendly, sustainable, and really beautiful in the end. You guys saw last week I shared that we got scammed on Facebook Marketplace and we got COVID. So after the frustrations of last week, I'm ready to move on a positive note. So today should be a really fun one. I have been loving sharing thrifted room makeovers with you guys this year, and you guys have been loving them as well. So the opportunity arose to do a thrifted room makeover in a space that is not in my own home. And so I was super excited to seize this opportunity and to share it with you guys. So my clients for this project are my husband and his coworker, who both share an office, a psychiatry office. They're both psychiatry residents, and they split days every other day they're at this office. And so it looks pretty bland. I'm gonna insert some pictures over here right now. Let's talk about some of the good things though. We gotta start with gratitude, because not everything in this office is bad and there's a lot of things that we can improve. So I still have not been to this place yet, but let's look at some good things. So I think that a positive is the bookcase, because we can style that and we can contain some of the clutter. Another positive, I think, is that there's cohesive furniture. Nothing is too mismatched, except for filing cabinet that's like the gray one. And that one is actually going to be removed. So I think that's about it. I will say also there's a cohesive color palette. Like I really am just seeing white, navy blue in the carpets, and then the kind of red furniture. So at least there's not a ton of random colors that we're trying to like piece together. We can maybe add some colors to add some contrast, but I think that's a positive. So now let's focus on some things that we could change. So number one being the amount of clutter in here. It just looks way too cluttered to me. Two, the layout. I would love to change the layout. However, I'm not sure we're going to be able to. Once we get in the space, I'm gonna see if I can think of something. But the psychiatrist needs to be closest to the door, just like for safety. And he did tell me he would like to change the chairs. Lighting, so that we don't have to just have overhead lighting, as well as a rug so that we can cover the ground, because there's like a giant stain in there. There was also a stain on the ceiling, and Dominic put in a work order and that was fixed, so thank goodness. I want to add some plants. We have no windows, so they need to be fake plants, and I want those plants to be kind of Florida themed. I would also like to add some decor into the bookcase and make it look much more styled. There's currently some toys at the bottom which like patients can use if they bring like a kid with them, but you kind of just like see them because they're all out. So I think a bigger basket for that would be super helpful. All right, now you've seen the space. I'm gonna show you my Pinterest board for this space. Now keep in mind this is not my normal style, because both of them requested something like a little bit different. So I kind of lean a little bit more feminine and kind of old world. I love antiques and vintage things, but they wanted crisp and modern, which I think is good for an office. And my husband specifically wanted an old Florida fishing theme. So that's very different, and he loves to fish, by the way. And so I think that we can do that. I have some prints. I bought them for him a while ago, but I just got a frame for them. So I'm gonna come home later today and I will show you, hopefully like surprise him with them. I think he's gonna be super excited. He's dropping off the big boys for a sleepover at my in-laws. And then keep it modern by adding some like fine line, like thin things to kind of balance the like harder, wider, chunky office furniture in there. I have a baby waking up, so I'm gonna go get him. I'm gonna run some clips of the thrift store from a few weeks ago. I went in with a list of things that I wanted, and this is my favorite way to thrift so that I like stay focused and everything, and I found so many of those things. So I'm gonna take you along to that thrift store. We'll come back and I'll do a good haul, and we'll get this kind of styled up so we can see how it's all gonna look before we move on to the next step. I love sharing clips from the thrift store because I think it helps me hone my eye looking back at these clips, but also I hope that it helps you kind of envision things differently through someone else's eyes of how something that's not styled and looks kind of weird in the thrift store could be used and could be styled. So these rugs, I really wanted to get a rug, but I wasn't sure if I would be able to find one thrifting. It's kind of a stretch. All of these are Amazon returns, so see how there was like a little damage in that one, but the rest of the store was kind of a normal thrift store with donation items, and then the other half of it was Amazon returns, which I didn't have any luck at, but maybe I'll have to do it another time. Have you guys had any luck at the Amazon returns? They also had like Target returns there. Kind of fun too. It's really big, but it's got like good texture and stuff. I think it's actually an outdoor rug. Also, yeah, outdoor. Too big.
Still way too big.
Let's see. Yeah, that one is definitely too big. Too soft, too white.
Mom, look, this one.
That's just a rug pad, honey. Oh, watch out, buddy. Okay, this one is 5x7, 94, and it is actually wool. But I was hoping to not spend that much. I was hoping to spend around like 40 for one. But this is a really nice rug.
Yeah, and it's too big.
This one's pretty cute, actually. Not for the office. I'm thinking for my kitchen. It's really soft. It's probably one of those machine washable ones. Well, what is it?
Yeah.
I have no clue what that is, dude. Here's the very underwhelming Amazon return bins. They also have items from Target, and another store, I think, for returns. But we went on the last day, which everything would be $2. So any one of these items that's in these like return bags is $2. And I don't know, like everything was just like stuff that I just wouldn't need, and it wasn't interesting. I actually did buy these candles, and I didn't open them. And one of them was broken, so it's like I bought a $2 candlestick. Yeah, so if you go, make sure that you really inspect things, because there's probably a reason that things were returned. But I don't know. Let me know. Has anyone had good luck? Is it worth it going on a day that's like more expensive? Because it starts off at like, I think $16, and then it goes down throughout the week. But I did get a little bit distracted looking at some crystal. You guys know that I'm collecting some crystal items for my vanity, like jewelry dressing table area. And I thought that that would be fun to look here, but the prices were like not very good on any of this stuff here. Sure of this. This could work between the chairs, but it looks kind of, I don't know, kind of just boring. Kind of outdated. The tissues could go down there, the bottom maybe. All right, so I want a tree. This one is looking a little rough, but it's only $7.99. I would just take off all of this. Or there's this one that's even cheaper, but I don't think it looks as good. I mean, all of them are pretty bad. This one is $6, and this one is $7. This one is $8. So I think we'll keep looking, but those are some options. I feel like these just look so fake, but it is nice that it comes in a basket already. I feel like this one. Spiky. These are like very Florida plants. You remember what that one's called? Bromeliad. You want to get the bromeliad? This is an olive tree. It's kind of cute.
This one looks really good.
You think? $2. It is never too early to start thrifting for Christmas, because this stuff won't last. They wanted something to hang their jackets on, but I don't know. I don't think this is the look. Here's another side table.
Okay, the better idea
Big.
is to get it.
Yeah, it would be $6 red times for 50% off, but I don't love it. This is a cute little like side table desk. I think it's like an entry table actually. It's really cute. It's tiny, and it is would be 50% off. Okay, this is kind of like office-y stuff, I think.
Fine, not
That would be good. Glassier. I did not know what my game plan was going to be for metals yet, and I should have gotten that tissue box cover because I ended up using brass, and I thought that I was going to go more of a silver route, but you will see how good that would have looked. Bummer. Okay, I got some stuff. I just realized that this one, it smells. I think it smells like a cigar. I don't know if that's, I'm gonna ask Dominic if he thinks it smells. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives. They have thousands of classes led by industry experts. Last month, I shared that I was taking some classes on Skillshare about photography, specifically using my iPhone, and I found that super helpful. And this month, I have been taking some classes on productivity, as well as editing YouTube videos so that I can just be more efficient and hone my craft a little bit more. Skillshare offers classes in photography, videography, website design, interior design, cooking, you name it. And what I really love is that all of the classes are broken into little lessons so that I can easily do it in between things as a busy mom, and I can quickly go back and listen to something if I missed something as well. The first 500 people to use the link down in my description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can get started today. So let's go ahead and dive into this thrift haul of things that I've collected for this makeover. If you hear some little baby noises, it's because Cassian joined us and he's been really into 20-minute naps lately, so that's been fun. All right, so I got this lamp that I showed you guys in my entryway makeover, and you guys told me it was too small. So I decided we would pass it on. My husband can have it at work. Now I also have this lamp, so I'm gonna bring both. I'm not sure. This one is like, I thrifted from my parents' house. They didn't want it anymore. And I put a new shade on it that I got at the Goodwill bins, but the shade is a little bit like broken, like it's a little janky. So there's that, but I also recently got these lampshades. So I've realized that it's hard for me to find lampshades. So when I found these recently, I got them at the thrift store for $3 a piece and they match. I was super excited. I'm like, yes, those are coming home with me. So there are two types of shades for, just like you should know if you're looking for lampshades. There's ones like this that go down and have the ring at the bottom, or some other lamps, and you can add this to lamps like that. Other lamps have this thing that goes up. I think it's called the harp, and then the lampshade sits on the top like that. Somebody's probably gonna tell me that this lampshade is too big for it, but it's pretty good for a thrifted lamp, I would say. I mean, that works. This was only like $5 at Goodwill, and then this one was $3. It's like an $8 lamp. I think that's pretty good. And I have another lamp, actually a floor lamp that I got on Facebook Marketplace a few days ago, and that one is awesome. So I will share that one with you as well. So I have two of those lampshades, 2 lamps. We're gonna see which one works best. I got this little plant. I got this for $2, and I thought it's just very Florida looking because it has like little pebbles. Because it has little pebbles in there. And then I think this is like an agave plant or an aloe. I guess it might be an aloe, like a succulent. But I wanted to find plants that were at least like Florida themed. So I actually did find another plant. I'll insert a picture of it because he was so excited about it that he already brought it to work. It doesn't even have a pot. So I do still need to find a pot for it, and I'll find that before we do the final makeover installation. But I found this palm. I want to say it was $7 for this. We took the tag off already. I'm not sure exactly. So I got this basket for $3 that I thought we could style on the bookcase, hide those toys that they're not like falling out of there and look more pretty. I also got this tray for $1. It was 50% off of $2 at Goodwill. This I'm gonna use to kind of organize all of the clutter that is on his desk, maybe like the phone and the pencil cup and stuff like that. Are you laughing or crying? Oh, hi. You're so silly. I got some artwork in here from my own house. I'll save that for when we get there. And then I also grabbed from my own house just some like small knickknacks. He said he doesn't want a lot of knickknacks, but I thought that these things would possibly be really nice on the bookcase. And if they're styled well, I don't think he's gonna look at them as like clutter. So I got this vintage fishing pole, not fishing pole, I obviously don't know much about fishing reel, and my mom found this at an antique store and it could look really cool like on a little stack of books, of his like medical books and stuff that we're gonna put there. They're leaving our house, and they'll look good on the shelf. Like the shelf needs books on them, right? We also have this alligator that I thought would be cool, also on a book or something. And then I got this child. You want me to bounce you, honey? Do you wanna hold this? And then I got this basket as well. I think I took the tag off of this one, but it was like $2 maybe. Also for the shelf or for something else that needs to be hidden away. And to add some like natural elements that's not so sterile in there, even though like we're not gonna be putting throw pillows like I said or anything like that, but we can add things like this into the shelf to make it look a little more cozy and homey and also not so like cluttered as well. All right, my last thrifted find to share before I share the rug that I found on Amazon, and then also we're gonna frame that art that I got some frames for. No, I wanna talk to you. I'm gonna finish this up and I'll talk to you. Okay, so I have one more thrifted item to show you guys before I show you the rug that I found on Amazon that I think is really gonna make a big difference in this space. Bye. And then we're gonna open up the frames that I also had to order on Amazon. I tried thrifting for them and I could not find the right size for this art that my husband wants. So we're gonna frame those. Will say that I'm very happy I found this on Facebook Marketplace. Lamp. I'm just gonna show you guys B-roll of this, but it is a brand new lamp, like new with tags. And I liked that it has this like grass thing here. It kind of adds like a natural elements. I'm trying to add lots and lots of that as much as I can, but it's also still like nice and modern and sleek. It's not like vintage style. Like this isn't a lamp that I would put into my house, but I think that it works with the theme of this room. And it came with a shade as well, this one, but it was a little bit like squished. That's why she gave me a deal for it. I think I got it for $30. I think that's pretty good for like, it's a super heavy lamp and everything. But I do have, if this one is too squished once I like put light bulbs in it and like try it with that, I have two of these exact same lamp shades, so I could use that with that. So I think that this is gonna look really good. Like I have the gold theme going, I've got some blues going, I'm adding some contrast, lots of like texture and everything. So let me show you the rug that I got. I'm still like so congested, guys. I'm sorry, I sound so like nasally, but that's just the way it is right now. So I need to open this because if it's not good, I should order another one. Let's do that. You wanna watch, Cat? All right, let's see. Cassie, last time I used these scissors to open a package, I cut my finger.
So I did end up going with the more traditional rug. I've used this same rug before in my house. It's very good because it's like no shag, so I thought it would just be easy to clean and everything. And I did get Dominic's approval for this one because I could not find a contemporary rug that I really liked.
I think it's pretty good. I think I want to set up everything so that we can kind of see like a flat lay of everything. That way I can make sure I don't need to order anything new, like if it looks awful together, specifically this rug. I just want to make sure. So here's most of the thrifted items on top of the rug. Now I'm noticing that there's a lot of red and blue in this rug, which are the only other two colors in the room. So I'm glad that this brass theme is breaking it up. I also I'll tell you that the chairs are leather, like cognac leather, like this. And I think that that's really gonna help like open up the color palette a little bit more because I'm a little bit worried about that. But let's check on these prints because this is something he really requested. And I have the frames for that.
I will also link these frames. They were fairly affordable. They were just a little step up from like the most basic black frame. These are solid wood and they have a really nice texture to them, and I think that they'll hold up really nicely. They also have glass instead of plexiglass, which I really wanted.
We should spray paint the the matte. I saw someone do that recently. I saw Emily Faith do that with a thrifted frame, and it looked really good. I kind of want to, honestly. It would really, that would make it look good, like level it up. What color though?
So I don't know why it blew my mind that you can just paint any photo mat. You can use spray paints, but I did not want to run to the store. I also wanted to come up with a custom color. So I mixed together any colors I had that kind of coordinated with the prints, the fish prints that I had. And I even added blue and some really bright yellow, and it came out with this kind of like pinkish, salmony, brown, tan color. You'll see this really upgraded the redfish prints that I got. So just like that, these became these.
What do you think?
Very nice. It looks beautiful.
You like the art framed like that?
Really good.
So I just painted the frames,
Yeah.
like the mat around the outside, you know?
Yeah. Now that you have it all together, I really see it's gonna go together really nice.
Great. I'm excited.
Thank you, baby.
Guys, I started spiraling last night. As you can see, we still have boxes from the couch we set up like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, I had an idea. I haven't presented this to my client, my husband, Dominic, yet. But I was laying in bed last night and I was like, it's just not enough. Like, I think we can do better. So I ordered some wallpaper. So we're not allowed to, like, you know, do anything crazy to the walls. Like, we're not allowed to paint them, but we can hammer into them and we can wallpaper. So I think we're gonna do some board and batten. So you're gonna have to come back next week because we're still recovering from COVID. Like I shared we had like last week. And so yeah, I'm gonna break this video into 2 parts. This is like the inspiration video, the collecting things, and then next week I'm gonna do the full install. So make sure that you guys come back for that. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, as that really helps support the channel. Comment down below if you think this is gonna turn out well. If you can see the vision, let me know if you can see the vision. All right, guys, I am gonna sign off and get to tidying things up. I hope you all have a very blessed week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Guys, I just ordered a new credenza, like a new one, like new on Amazon. It might have been a good mistake.